Hey guys, this is Sounds Geek, and today I'm going to be talking about something interesting. I want to know what Sony's direction is going to be next generation, because Sony is going to have the most difficult time transferring. A lot of Sony fanboys won't believe that, but Sony used a very weird architecture this generation with their own proprietary cell processor. Trouble is, IBM no longer produces the cell processor, and Sony has to manufacture it itself. So next generation, will they use the same architecture? Well, there's a lot of problems doing that because people already have issues with the cell architecture, and that means people will have to develop PS4 games more exclusively and more expensively on Sony's cell architecture if they use it again, making their games probably lower quality. And, if they don't use the cell architecture, what does that mean for backwards compatibility? Next generation has to be backwards compatible. It will be one of the most important parts of next generation. This generation, people have spent more on video games than they ever have before in any previous generation. Microsoft will have an easy time because they used off-the-shelf PowerPC parts and used a very, dated architecture that a lot of people use and works with almost every engine. Sony used a very complex and different architecture that doesn't really exist anymore. So will Sony continue with the same architecture and have developers hound on them for not having an easy to develop for system? Or will they use a new architecture and then have to resort through either hardware or software emulation? Software emulation means the machine will at least have to be 7 times as powerful as the PS3 in order to run software emulation. That's why a lot of PCs still don't have PS3. They still don't have PS3 emulation, because PCs are still not at 7 times more powerful than the PS3. I mean, if you consider all the cores and stuff like that. So they're going to have to create an extremely powerful machine or build the PS3 directly into the PS4 like they did with the original PS3. That would be very costly and probably hike up the price of their system to around $600, $700. And I don't think Sony wants to go down that route again. So the major question is, will Sony kill backwards compatibility and put themselves at a huge disadvantage to Microsoft and Nintendo? I don't know. But next generation is going to probably be the most difficult for Sony yet. And this generation was already hard on them. What do you guys think? I think that, personally, they might cut out backwards compatibility altogether and resell you all your old games.
Hell's janitor in